How's everybody doing today? This is Teddy Mac here, coming at you with in Stacks Gaming with a deck profile for One Piece. This is Iceberg, or as Luffy calls them, Ice Pops. So, I want to apologize in advance. This is all set 3. Every card in this deck is set 3 only. Basically, if you're able to open up a box or two and you pull everything in here, this deck is extremely cheap. It's extremely budget. So this is Iceberg, Water 7 Galila Company. He's a 5K and this is a purple. So this leader cannot attack. One of the first times in this game where a leader cannot attack. I know set 4 we're gonna have more leaders like that, but this was the first one. The innovator. So active main Dawn -1. You may return the specified number. Dawn -1. I apologize. You may rest this leader. Play up to 1 Galila Company type character with a cost of 5 or less from hand. So for -1 Dawn, you could play a character in your hand that is Galila with 5 or less. So most of this deck will consist of 1 through 5. We do have some higher numbers, but you'll see it when we get to it. It's not that bad. And he is basically not Dawn ramp, but board ramp. So it helps to keep a board presence. So we do play 4 of the Kokoro. She is one drop 2k. She does have a 1k counter, but on play, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck. Reveal 1 Water 7 type card other than Kokoro and add it to your hand. She's also Merfolk Water 7, so you can't bring her out with Iceberg because she's not Galila, but she has Water 7. So it helps search out the deck. So most of the deck revolves around the typing Water 7 Galila, as you'll see. So we do play, again, we play Kokoro, we play 4 of her. Obviously, main searcher. And then we play 4 of the Chimney and Gombe. She's a 2-drop, 2k, 1k counter, but she is a blocker, and again she is a Water 7, so you could search her up with Kokoro, and later on you could just use her as a counter. We are also playing 4 of Zambe. He doesn't have a counter, but he has a 3-drop for 2k, who is also a blocker, but on play, -1 Dawn. If your leader has a Water 7 type, draw 1 card, which Iceberg does. So it helps you draw, it helps you draw into what you need, which is your bigger guys, to help just, start beating the face down. We are playing 4 of Khalifa. She has a 2k counter, 4-drop for 4k, and then when attacking, Dawn -1, draw 2 cards and trash 1 card from the hand. So it helps cycle through your hand, but again, she has a 2k counter, so if you want to keep her in hand, no one really will judge you for that. Now moving on, so she was our 4-drop. Now we're going to move on to basically our 5 drops and our events. So here we go. Alright, so on to our big guys basically. We have 5-drop Poly, so it's 5 for 6k. On play, rest 2 Dawn, add 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. Then if you have 8 or more Dawn cards on the field, KO 1 of your opponent's character with a cost of 4 or less. So it helps clear something off the board, and again, it does help you ramp some of the Dawn that you've been minusing from cards like Zimbe and Khalifa. And again, he is a Water 7 Galila, so you could search him out with Kokoro and then play him for free with Iceberg. Then we are also playing 3 of the Peoply Lulu. 5-drop, 5k with a 1k counter. Dawn X1. When attacking, if your leader has Galila type, add 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and rest it. So it helps ramp you Dawn by attacking, and just having 1 Dawn under him, it'll make him a 6k, and then you could start ramping up your Dawn that way. So you do run 3 because again you want a plus on some of the negatives that you'll be running. And it being Water 7 Galila, searchable and playable, of course. And then we do play 4 of Rob Lucci. He does have a 1k counter. He's a 5-drop for 6k. When attacking, minus a Dawn, and rest one of your opponent's character with a cost of 5 or less. So if they have something like a big blocker, like say a queen in purple or anything else like that, you could, for minusing a Dawn, you could rest it, and just helps push through for damage, for game, or even to remove such things. Yeah, so 4 of the Rob Lucci. We are also playing 4 of the Kaku. He's a 5-drop, 6k, 1000. When attacking, you minus the Dawn. This character will gain Banish. So basically, you minus a Dawn. If you're gonna hit and you know it's gonna deal damage, when you're attacking, you minus that Dawn and you basically banish the life. So it'll, instead of going to your hand, it'll just go straight to the trash. And again, 6k with a 1k counter. So almost everything in this deck has counters besides a card coming up and the polys. And we are playing 4 of Tilestone. He is 5-drop, 6k with a 1k counter. On KO, if the leader has Golly Lock Company, add 1 Dawn card from your deck. So if he gets KO'd, basically, since we do have the Golly Lock Company, Water 7, you'll get a Dawn back. So it helps, again, bring back Dawn for the stuff that you're minusing Dawn for, which is good. This one isn't Golly Lock Company, but he is Water 7, so searchable with Kokoro. We have 6-drop, 7k Monkey D. Luffy. On play, minus 1 Dawn, and you may trash 1 character card with a cost of 5 from my hand, and he'll gain Rush. So in a pinch, you know, you really want to bring him out. You dump one of your other 5-drops in your hand, which we have a lot of. You pitch one of those, he'll gain Rush, and he'll swing in there. Again, searchable with Kokoro, but you can't play him off of Iceberg for the reason that he is a 6, and also he is not Golly Lock Company. But he's a good finisher. We do run 4 events. We run the Golly Lock Company. It's a 3-drop event, but active main and rest the stage, and if the leader is Iceberg, you can add 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and rest it. So this is extremely helpful to help you bring back Dawn, to help you get Dawn up with all the minusing you're doing, not only from Iceberg, but from some of your 5-drops as well. So that's it for the stages. Onto the events. We are playing 4 of the Gum Gum Jet Gatling. It's a 0-drop event, so helps, you know, obviously with when you're low on resources. Counter does have a counter, thankfully. You may trash 1 card from your hand. Up to 1 of your leader characters gains 3,000 power during this turn. So it helps buff up your stuff. It comes in unexpected, especially because it's again 0. And then it also has a trigger where add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. So if you do get it from life, at least you will be able to plus and ramp on your Dawn. And again, it's a really good counter for 0. Then we are playing 2 of the 1-drop event, Hold Dismantle Slash. Main, so you're going to use it during your main, minus 1 Dawn. If your leader has Water 7 type, KO 1 of your opponent's character with a cost of 2 or less. So it helps get rid of blockers, get rid of some of the stuff in red. And again, its trigger is just activate its main effect. Again, and this is some of the reasons why you do want to keep adding those cards that help you ramp up Dawn, because again, something that is Dawn, negging you Dawn, but is still really useful. And lastly, we are playing 3 of Top Knot. It's a 2-drop event. Main, Dawn minus 2. Place up to 1 of your opponent's character with a cost of 4 or less at the bottom of the deck. So it helps bottom stuff that is very problematic for you, like blockers or something with Rush, or just something that's way too overpowered. And thankfully its trigger is just activating its main effect. It is a bit heavy on the minusing of the Dawn with minusing 2. But again, it is very useful in getting rid of stuff from the board. So that's why I decided to run it at 3. And it is the 2-drop. If you notice, the events go from 0, 1, and 2. There is nothing above that except for the stage, which is a 3-drop. But yeah, guys, so that's my deck profile for a very budget friendly, only set 3 Iceberg deck profile. Again, I apologize for coming so late. It's just I could not find the deck I made it so early and yet I couldn't find it. But yeah, guys, let us know what you think. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and let us know what else you want to see. Let us know if you want us to try to keep making some budget decks like this and putting them up here, you know, just for anyone that's new to the game and wants to start playing.